UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson will face a vote in the House of Commons on Thursday on whether he misled Parliament. Lawmakers will decide whether Boris Johnson should be referred for an investigation over his Partygate statements to parliamentarians previously. But he won't be there. He sets off for India later today. He's scheduled to attend events in the western state of Gujarat, followed by a diplomatic visit to New Delhi. The Commons Speaker, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, has granted a request from opposition MPs for a vote. The House will debate on Thursday whether Johnson misled Parliament when he previously said that COVID-19 lockdown rules weren't broken. On Tuesday, Boris Johnson offered an unreserved apology to the Parliament after paying a fine for breaching lockdown at a 2020 birthday celebration. It wasn't good enough for Labour leader Keir Starmer, though.
Let me begin in all humility by saying that on the 12th of April I received a fixed penalty notice relating to an event in Downing Street on the 19th of June 2020. I paid the fine immediately and I offered the British people a full apology. And I take this opportunity on the first available sitting day to repeat my wholehearted apology to the House.
What a joke. Even now, as the latest mealy-mouthed apology stumbles out of one side of his mouth, a new set of deflections and distortions pour from the other. If the Prime Minister had any respect for John and the millions like him who sacrificed everything to follow the rules, he'd resign. But he won't, because he doesn't respect John. He doesn't respect the sacrifice of the British public. He is a man without shame.
The motion for Thursday is expected to ask MPs to decide whether to refer Boris Johnson to the Privileges Committee. Under parliamentary rules, UK government ministers are expected to resign for knowingly misleading Parliament and to correct the record as soon as possible. Last week, Boris Johnson became the first British Prime Minister to be sanctioned for breaking the law, along with his wife and the British Chancellor, Rishi Sunak. Only a few Conservative MPs are currently calling for the Prime Minister to resign, and so the Thursday vote is not expected to succeed for opposition parties. But he remains under huge pressure ahead of local, council and mayoral elections scheduled for May the 5th. When it comes to India, the Prime Minister will begin his trip with investment announcements in key industries in both the UK and India. He'll then move to New Delhi to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday. That meeting will focus on India-UK strategic defence and diplomatic and economic partnerships. And our correspondent Chris Jones has sent us this report from London.
This is a trip that's been planned for a while, and the UK is facing many other issues as well as this Partygate scandal, including the recovery from COVID-19 and of course the energy crisis at the moment. And this trip to India is something that Boris Johnson is very keen on going ahead. He said that as we face threats to our peace and prosperity from autocratic states, it's vital that democracies and friends stick together. So he very much wants to go to India to talk about economic trade and how the two countries can come together. Now, there will of course be critics who say that he should stay in the UK and defend his cause. We of course heard those apologies on Tuesday, and the Labour Party was extremely critical of that. But nevertheless, the Prime Minister will probably travel to India to talk about economic ties there, and the debate will go ahead without him. So I think it will unlikely have an impact on the debate and the resulting vote. So we'll just really have to see how that one pans out.